Making art is absolutely beautiful, but running a business, child, that's a whole nother question. Today, that's what we're talking about. If you are a creative, congratulations to you. But just know that you are also a business person, an entrepreneur, whether you know it or whether you don't. And my thing is that even if you don't know it, you should start moving and treating yourself like a business. It's important. With first class experience in this, no one as an artist really tells you or shows you how to be your own business or how to move as a business person as an artist. It's two things that have kind of almost lived in their own separate worlds for a very long time. I am very young, just say that. But when I was younger, entrepreneurship and creativity just didn't match, or we didn't see it that way. So a creative entrepreneur or artpreneur is a new thing. It's something that is brand new in this world the past maybe 7-8 years. People have been having conversations and talking about it. But it's important that as artists that we understand the business side of what we do. But if we decide to become a business, that we also understand that. And that could be a challenging world to be in and a challenging world to balance both. I can write a book literally on my struggles of starting a business but being a creative, because sometimes they work beautifully together, but there are times where they don't work beautifully together. There are some times where you have to show up in your business as the artist and make those decisions. But then there's times where the artistry has to take a back seat to the business aspects of things, because at the end of the day, if you decide that you want to run a creative business, no matter how much fun and how exciting it is to create, you're still running a business. And so you have to make sure that you have great balancing power between the two. And that is what we're going to be talking about today. So I've come up with some unspoken truths about what it takes to be a creative entrepreneur, an artist, and a business person. And number one, you will spend more time budgeting, doing contracts, and actually managing the business than actually creating. At some point, you are gonna have to step away and disengage from creating as much to make sure that your business is running and operating. And unless you have a really strong team in place that can actually set up and manage the business aspect and allow you to fully and freely create, then you're gonna have to be back and forth between both, especially at the beginning. And sometimes that artistry takes a back seat. A perfect example is now, I probably choreograph maybe once or twice a year, which is not a lot for me. And at the conservatory, I am down to teaching 2 classes out of maybe 17, 18 classes that we do a week. And so I am having to scale back from the creativity side and the artistry side to actually making sure that the business is operable, it has great systems, and it is running properly. And the space and the place that I am right now, I'm okay with doing that, because I still find time to be creative and teach and create choreography and do all those things like that and be inspired. But yeah, you're gonna spend a lot of time managing and less time on actually creating. Number 2, taxes are real. Make sure that you have your finances in order. If you have employees, make sure that you are properly educating your employees on what they need to do, and you are educating yourself on what you need to do in order to be managing those employees. If you have contract workers, 1099 workers, are they filling out W-9s? Are you giving out 1099s for tax season? Are you make sure you keeping track of how much you are paying your contract workers? Or you have a system that does that? QuickBooks is great. Making sure that you are staying on top of that, because taxes is real and you don't want to be in trouble with them. You don't, okay? Legal protection is non-negotiable. Having a lawyer or having someone in the legal space that you can go to is super duper important. There's so many things that can happen in a business. It doesn't matter if you're working with friends, if you're working with family, if you're working with people that you know and you trust and you love. just making sure that you are protected on all fronts is important. So legal representation is a non-negotiable. Even if you can't afford an actual lawyer on a retainer, making sure that you have someone that you can go to consult for specific things, or if there are certain contracts or certain things that you need to be done legally in the right way, you can do it, on a project by project base. But just make sure that legal representation you actually have. Scaling should always be a goal. Making sure that you are strategic with how you scale, making sure that you are bringing in the right people, the right team members, the right systems, allowing you to scale, and making sure that you are thinking about your exit strategy. Like, what is the end goal for you as a creative entrepreneur or an entrepreneur in general? What does that look like for you? Very important. And I have said this in all 3 of my episodes so far. If you don't learn how to say no, you will be burnt out faster than you can say yes. Okay? Make sure you understand the power of saying no. Making sure that you are saying yes to the things that align with the mission and the vision that you have for your business, but you also have for yourself as a creative. Very important. Listen, I'm able to sit here and tell you all these things because I have learned from experience. Being in business for the past 13 years and now operating 4 individual businesses, I've learned a lot from my experiences. Doing things the right way, doing things the wrong way, doing things too fast, doing things too slow, being too indecisive, being too decisive. Like, all of these things that I've learned in the last 13 years, I literally really can write a book. So I've been the teacher, I've been the choreographer, I've been the accountant, I've been the janitor, I've been the construction worker, I have been the mentor, I've been all of these different things, the office manager, I've done emails, I've written contracts, anything that you can ever think of and imagine, I have done. And in some capacity, have done by myself for a very long time. But it wasn't until I really decided and said, you know what? This is not a one-woman show type of business. And in order to scale, that has always been one of my goals, to be able to scale all of the businesses and all of the things that I do, then I know that I had to do things differently. I know that I had to be different and move different and be smarter, not necessarily work harder, because we think that if we work harder, that things are just going to magically, not all the time. It's important for us to work hard, but we also want to work smart. And that is the space that I'm in, babe. I'm in the space of working smarter, being knowledgeable, delegating, and living in my true awesomeness, and bringing to the table what my superpower is, and making sure that I bring other people and their superpowers into the space as well. So if I have any advice, it would be to start, but start small and start smart. Start small and start smart. Making sure that you are doing everything properly from a business standpoint. Making sure that you are setting up your LLC, that you actually have a viable and reliable business. Making sure that you have a business account, that is separate from your personal. Making sure that you have multiple business accounts. I'm one person, I do not like, even in my business, I don't like all of the different streams or all of the money in one particular account. I can't tell you how many accounts I have under one business. Use simple bookkeeping apps like QuickBooks. It's very good and it's cheap, it's not expensive, but it allows you to keep things in order. Write contracts. Give everybody an agreement, a contract. It doesn't matter if it's your friend, if it's a family member, it's somebody that you love, it's somebody that you trust, that you've been knowing for a long time. Business is business. That has always been my saying. That is something that my mom has taught me. Write up an agreement, write up a contract, no matter how big or how small. NDAs is something that I've just started doing probably the last 2 years with each one of my businesses. Everybody has to sign an NDA, everybody has to sign an agreement. There are certain things that have to be done in motion before we can even start to talk about different things and do different things. So just make sure that you are doing that and you protect yourself. Know your worth, know your vision, and be able to articulate and communicate it clearly. Whether it be through marketing and storytelling, make sure that you are able to articulate what it is that you do and what you want from your audience clearly. Making sure, if it's with your team, that you are very clear on what your expectations are, how you expect them to be, timely wise, like if you want things turning on time, just making sure that you are clearly stating what you need and what you want, so that way you give them the opportunity to show up in the best way possible. You have to be able to articulate your mission and your vision clearly to your audience, to your team members, to yourself. You have to be able to do that. That is important. So this was a really quick video of how the business of creativity can be a wild one, but how you can really grab hold of it. So I hope that you found something inspiring and motivating for you to either start your business, or even if you are in the season of being a creative entrepreneur, whether you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years into your business, I hope that there was something that you can pull from and that can inspire and motivate you. Whatever your now season is, whatever your now season is, wherever you are, hopefully there's something that you found constructive and beneficial from you. Hit the comments and share some of your biggest business challenges with us. Let us know some things that are happening and going on, and maybe we can give you some feedback in the comments on how we can help. But until then, until the next show, like, comment, subscribe. Oh yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. Oh yeah, we gotta chill today. Comment, subscribe. Oh yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. Oh yeah. Give y'all a little chill choreography at the end today. But be sure to like, comment, and most importantly, be sure to subscribe and tell all your friends to come and subscribe and to watch these videos to get some goodies. My teacher friends, my lawyer friends, my doctor friends, my artist friends, everybody, all of y'all, come on. You have a good time. We can dance too. Hey, hey, hey.